Hezbollah came to prominence in the wake of Israel's 1982 invasion of Lebanon. Backed by Iran, its Shia Muslim fighters attacked Israeli forces and Western personnel. Washington says Hezbollah carried out the 1983 U.S. embassy bombing in Beirut that left 63 people dead. The same year, a truck bombing at the U.S. Marine Corps barracks in Beirut killed 241 American personnel. The destruction of Israel has always been a central objective. Conflict between the two most recently erupted into all-out war in 2006. The U.S., Arab League, and Gulf Cooperation Council have all designated Hezbollah a terrorist organization, but it remains powerful at the highest levels in Lebanon. Often referred to as a state within a state, it's regularly part of coalition governments and maintains seats in parliament. Israel said on Tuesday it believes Hezbollah now controls the Lebanese army. While in the war in neighboring Syria, it's a key backer of President Bashar al-Assad. Let's speak to Seyed Hossein Mousavian in New York. He's a former Iranian diplomat who has negotiated with Hezbollah. He is now a Middle East specialist at Princeton University. We appreciate your time very much. So the United States has long considered Hezbollah a terrorist organization and says that they are responsible for the deaths of many, many Americans. So why do you think they're making this move now?
As you said, the United States has considered Iran and Hezbollah both. They consider Iran as state terrorism, Hezbollah as a proxy group of Iran as a terrorist group, which is not something new. In return, Iranians and Hezbollah, they both have considered for many, many years the United States of America as state terrorism, and they are insisting the U.S. is behind the terrorist groups like ISIS. Therefore, this is a mutual accusation for many years. However, the fact is the most powerful organized front against ISIS in the region is a cooperation, the front between Iran, Hezbollah, Russia, Iraqi government, and Syrian government.
So
ISIS have been defeated for during last year massively. This is only and only because of very organized cooperation between Russian army, Iranians, Hezbollah, and Iraqis and Syrians. More success this front would have fighting ISIS, deleting ISIS from the region. You would hear more statements, more pressure from the U.S. on Iran, Hezbollah, if they can, on Russians.
So hold on just a moment. So if you're saying that Hezbollah is part of a larger coalition that has had an impact against ISIL, is that what you're saying?
Yes, definitely. Everyone knows.
Okay. So having said that, do you think that what is the U.S.'s motivation then? If the U.S. also wants to defeat ISIL, is this more about the U.S.'s new, bigger strategy against Iran?
Definitely, this is part of U.S. new strategy containing Iranian regional role and influence. There is no doubt. However, as Iranians, with cooperation with Hezbollah, Russians, Iraqis, and Syrians, they are more successful fighting ISIS, deleting ISIS, undermining ISIS in the region. The U.S. is, and I believe they would put more pressure and sanctions on Iran in order, because they believe this development, this success, would increase Iranian role and influence in the region. That's why you see the U.S. is going to have new strategy against Iran. And the strategy is to put more pressure, sanctions on Iran because of the Iranian regional role. That's, you see the new statements against Hezbollah.
Mm-hmm.
However, what the U.S. is going to do practically is somehow strengthening the ISIS and other terrorist groups, because the fact on the ground is that Iran and Hezbollah and Russia, they are the most powerful and successful forces fighting ISIS in the region.
So
weakening this front means strengthening ISIS and Al-Qaeda and other terrorists.
So it sounds like you're saying that you think that the U.S.'s moves are counterproductive if they want to take on ISIL. Thank you very much for your insight, Seyed Hossein Mousavian. Thank you.